No Gain No Love on Prime Video left fans with nothing but losses, thanks to its half-baked and poorly developed ending. This romantic comedy had us all swooning with its fake marriage plot, until the last few episodes decided to ruin everything. Our protagonist, Sun Hae-young, is introduced as a character who hates losing, a trait stemming from childhood trauma of having to share her parents' attention with foster children. Because apparently sharing parental love is the worst thing that can happen to a child. Her mother, whom we'll call Saint Mom, ran a foster home and took in children in need. Young Hae-young's response?
Thanks. I hate it.
And thus begins our heroine's journey of, well, not really growing much beyond that initial reaction. Our protagonist with a strong personality, Reed, emotionally constipated, realizes being single is costing her big time. She's been hemorrhaging money on wedding gifts for her friends. To make matters worse, her company launches a contest to promote employees to team leaders. The catch? Only married folks need apply. The company where Hae-young works deserves its own special mention for having possibly the most questionable HR policies in K-drama history. They launch a promotion campaign where only married employees can become team leaders. Why? The official reason is to combat Korea's low birth rate. The real reason? The CEO's mother got cheated on by her husband with an employee, and now she's determined to make all single women pay for it. It's like someone took HR Nightmare as a challenge and ran with it. Kim Ji-uk enters the scene as our male lead, and boy, is he perfect. We're talking helping old ladies cross the street, rescuing kittens from trees, probably donates blood twice a week perfect. He's the kind of guy who makes Mother Teresa look like a slacker. Naturally, Hae-young can't stand him, because this is a K-drama. An initial mutual dislike is apparently written into the constitution of romance. After a drinking session that would make frat boys proud, Hae-young proposes a fake marriage to Ji-uk. He initially refuses, showing more common sense than most K-drama leads. But then, she decides to advertise for a fake fiancé online. Because what could possibly go wrong with hiring a stranger from the internet to pretend to be your future spouse? Ji-uk, being the knight in shining armor that he is, sabotages her attempt to hire a professional fake fiancé by accidentally destroying the guy's phone. This leads to a fistfight, because nothing says, "I care about your well-being," like getting punched in the face for your troubles. The drama introduces two adopted sisters who live with Hae-young, and this is where things start to get interesting. Nam Ja-yeon is an anonymous adult romance writer who gets tangled up with the company's CEO, Bok Yoo-hyun. Their enemies to lovers storyline actually ends up stealing the show, probably because the writers forgot they had main characters to develop. Then there's Cha Hwae-seong, whose storyline feels like it was written by throwing darts at a board of plot points while blindfolded. She's in a polyamorous relationship, gets pregnant, doesn't know who the father is, and apparently has never heard of DNA testing. The drama tries to make some profound statement about how paternity is about love, not blood, but forgets to actually develop this idea beyond a fortune cookie level of depth. Just when you think you've got a handle on the story, the writers throw in the revelation that Ji-uk is actually the illegitimate son of Hae-young's company owner. Because apparently, we needed more drama. This could have been a fascinating exploration of family dynamics, corporate politics, and personal identity. Instead, it's used mainly as a plot device to get Ji-uk into the same company as Hae-young, then promptly forgotten like last week's leftovers. The wedding scene deserves special mention for its bizarreness. Breaking from Korean tradition where the groom receives guests while the bride takes photos, Hae-young insists on receiving guests herself. Her reason? She doesn't want Ji-uk to attract too much attention because he's too handsome. This might be the only time in the entire series where she shows actual concern for someone else's well-being, even if the logic is shakier than a caffeinated chihuahua. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The kiss scenes. For a romantic drama, the chemistry between our leads during intimate moments is about as exciting as watching paint dry in slow motion. Ha-young kisses like she's afraid her lips might fall off if she opens them too wide, which is particularly frustrating given that her co-star clearly knows what he's doing. There are only 3 kisses in the entire drama, and they're all about as passionate as a handshake between feuding politicians. Come on, girl. When a man that fine is kissing you, even if it's just acting, you grab that opportunity with both hands and your whole face. The final episodes are where everything really falls apart, like a house of cards in a tornado. Ha-young's mother, who has been battling dementia throughout the series, suddenly passes away with all the narrative impact of a weather report. This leads to Ha-young making what might be the most nonsensical breakup decision in K-drama history. She breaks up with Ji-uk because she doesn't want to be his life's purpose. Let that sink in for a moment. She breaks up with a man who loves her, supports her, and has been nothing but wonderful throughout the entire series because he cares too much?
What? What the fuck?
It's like refusing to drink water because you don't want to be too dependent on hydrogen and oxygen. When the writers painted themselves into a corner, they did what any self-respecting K-drama does.
2,000 years later.
6 months pass, during which our supposedly adult characters forget how to use phones, send emails, or basically communicate in any way that modern technology allows. It's like watching teenagers handle a breakup. Except these are supposedly successful professionals in their 30s and 40s. In the last 7 minutes of the drama, yes, 7 minutes, everything gets wrapped up with all the grace of a bull in a china shop. While the secondary couple gets a beautiful beach proposal complete with fireworks, our main couple's reconciliation feels like it was written on a post-it note stuck to the script at the last minute. Ji-uk, being the saint that he is, does all the heavy lifting in their reunion. Heaven forbid our strong, independent protagonist actually take initiative in her own love life. They end up together, but by this point most viewers are probably rooting for Ji-uk to run away as fast as he can. No gain, no love is the kind of drama that makes you question why we keep watching these shows. It's like a relationship with someone who's clearly wrong for you. You know it's going to end badly, but you can't look away. The show promises a feast, but delivers fast food. Yet, somehow, we're still hungry for more. Despite its numerous flaws, it somehow remains watchable, probably because watching beautiful people making terrible decisions never gets old. My rating is 7.5 out of 10, mainly because of Ji-uk's perfect existence. The secondary couple's chemistry, some genuinely funny moments in the early episodes, decent production values, and strong potential in the premise. Would I recommend it? Well, if you're a K-drama masochist who enjoys beautiful train wrecks, this one's for you. Just don't blame me when you find yourself throwing popcorn at your screen while shouting, "Just communicate like adults," at fictional characters who clearly never will. For future viewers, keep your expectations lower than Ha-young's emotional intelligence, and you might actually enjoy it. Watch it for Ji-uk, stay for the secondary couple, and prepare to yell at your screen a lot. It's not the worst way to spend 12 episodes, but maybe keep a stress ball handy. Remember, sometimes the real profits of love are the friends we made along the way, and the valuable lesson that even perfect men shouldn't put up with emotional unavailability just because the script says so. If you enjoyed this style of video, hit that like button and subscribe to help my content reach more drama addicts. It also helps me continue producing more content about K-dramas. That's all for today, folks. Until next time, keep your standards high and your drama expectations low.